Hello, Libras. Thanks for being here. Let's get some messages for you. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. Get you some messages and hope you like the overhead view for today. Whoa. So we have two cards out. We have Thoughts and Detour. So right away, I'm getting this, maybe your thoughts are all over the place. Maybe you go to start one thing today and then it turns into something completely different, end up changing course altogether, doing something totally different than what you had planned or what you had expected, but just kind of rolling with it. And let's see what we have for tarot for you. For Libra, I post your weekly readings every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you can also find messages for you Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Fridays, like this, right? Okay. Oh, we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting because it is the card in tarot that generally features the eclipse card. Libra, we keep getting this card, right? Over and over, we've been getting this for weeks and weeks. And this is the card that is, they're walking away, as you can see. And you can see they're walking towards the sun and they've set something on fire here. And, they've had other cups fall as well that maybe once were joyful, fulfilling in some way. But I think for some of you, you have an idea now of what you need to walk away from, how you need to change course, and you're taking actual steps to do that, or you anticipate taking steps very soon. And the reason I find it interesting as well is because we do have an eclipse season starting. And in fact, well, it's not yet, but the energy is kind of already with us. We have a solar eclipse. It's going to be on February 17th. That's the day, the lunar new year starts too. We go from the wood snake to the fire horse. You've heard me say it a bunch of times now, right? But this is a full moon today. Or sorry, in the next couple of days. This weekend will be a full moon in Leo. So where I feel like after this weekend, you're going to notice things starting to shift. Or maybe over the weekend. I think a lot of you are anticipating change. You're already feeling it. And you have the Fool card here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This person's really leaning in to make their dreams come true. And see if they have this amethyst point here. And I think it's like, and it's funny because I actually put an amethyst point on the table right before this reading. And now you have, a card right under it. It's so there's some sort of alignment and you leaning into what feels right at this time. And that's going to mean closing a door, though, or walking away from something that maybe, again, at one time was fulfilling, but isn't anymore. Let's get some clarifying cards. Use a different deck for that. I'm keeping this message brief for you today. Let's see what we have for Libra. Oh, okay, yeah, Five of Cups. And, and it's not always easy to walk away, right? It's not always easy to close something out that at one time did bring us fulfillment, joy, happiness. We have the World card coming in the reverse. And that's like, again, closing that cycle, but there could be some sort of like a lack of closure or some sort of delay in closing something down in some way. It could be a delay in travel, especially with this change of course. So, you do have that new beginning, though. I want to remind you, still have a new beginning coming in. Remain optimistic, remain hopeful. You have Temperance here, a card of patience, keeping your balance, as you go in this new direction. I mean, now notice you have two cards that feature the sun in the background. And this person in this card there, because they're walking away, they're able to walk towards the sun there. This particular figure, this angel of Temperance, is your, self-control, restoring balance and harmony for yourself, and maybe considering an option you haven't considered before. So I feel like a lot of you are cultivating new ideas. You are also possibly getting in touch with nature in order to help you with that in regard, in any way you connect with nature. What else do we have for Libra? clarifying that Fool card and the World card. You have the Seven of Cups. So some choices are going to be better than others, right? Some offers are going to be more attractive than others. This is indecision with regard to choices and possibly wishful thinking in some way. But at the same time, I mean, it's like a balance between remaining hopeful and optimistic and then being caught in an illusion. And for some of you, you may feel as though you're waking up from a dream or an illusion or a foggy period. So particularly again with this lunar energy shifting and starting this weekend, really, like as I said, with that full moon in Leo. So you could really find yourself you know seeing what's real and having some revelations. What else do we have, please, for Libra? We have the King of Cups, and that's of course a very intuitive energy, someone who's using their intuition. It's interesting because you have this very kind of emotionally balanced energy here, and you have this same kind of vibe sort of with Temperance. You have a lot of cups, right? You have King of Cups, Five of Cups, grieving the loss of something here, possibly. But if they turn around, they'll see there are those other cups that are still standing, and that's going to help you as you transition. With you have the Seven of Cups and of course Temperance. But even though actually Temperance is Sagittarius energy, so that's fiery energy, but it does feature cups and the water, and so they're connecting to higher consciousness. They're connecting to the collective energy in general, and maybe some of you are right now feeling the grief in the world here with this Five of Cups and the King of Cups, and really trying to again sort of have balance, have emotional control. Maybe you're asked to be a leader and provide some sort of emotional support right now, or will be over the weekend. This is a very supportive, compassionate energy. You're being asked to have some compassion for your own journey, and just how much you've overcome. What else do we have, please, for Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement really, North Node, all of it. Whoa. So okay. So we have a bunch of cards now. Wasn't going to get this involved, but I guess we will. We're here. They fell out, and I don't know about you, but I have a few minutes. So we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of perseverance, and then with the Six of Wands leading to victory. This is, again, taking the stand here, persevering, maintaining your boundaries too. Those could be feeling tested. You now have 77 in your reading. Six of Wands here. This is what's going to lead to the triumph and victory and success. Doing what feels right for you, maintaining boundaries and emotional balance, but not just to keep the peace, right? That's something we've been talking about a lot lately. So you need to do what feels right for you. And then you have the Six of Pentacles. So now you have double sixes too, and that can be a symbol of harmony. And there are the Libra scales there, right? So making sure you're not giving way more than you're receiving. Are things going to be tit for tat, totally, actually, totally 100% even in life? Of course not, right? But and I think you realize that it's just that there needs to be some sort of balance restored. What else do we have? We have the Two of Wands, and this is really coming into like how you're going to make something happen. Yes, it may be a little uncomfortable, sure, but I get for a lot of you, you're actually seeing a way forward. And then you have the Two of Cups, and this is you're stepping into, bump the camera, sorry. You may be stepping into a new partnership, a new union of some kind, but there's definitely a connection, and some of you may be feeling as though you're ready to start healing and start kind of claiming that, or somehow maybe even helping others to heal in some way in more of sort of a public way. I do need to get something to cover our star card coming up here. Here we go. How about a lovely dragonfly? So now we have the star card coming in, and I love this. I love seeing the Two of Cups with the star card, because that to me is like really being able to heal something, either in a relationship or it's finding a partnership that is quite healing for both parties. It's not a codependent kind of thing like maybe previous relationships or situations. It's like really healthy and supportive. And it shows you maybe too that something you've been wishing for a while actually does come to it can come to be. And that could be why you've been feeling that it will happen for so long, because you're right, it is going to happen. What else do we have? I'd like to get a crystal alchemy card for you. So I love the backs of these. The decks I use are down below. You have pyrite here, card 23. So solar plexus chakra coming in. That's the I think I can, I will, I do, all about courage. This is also connecting to your prosperity, discernment, and generosity. And Libra, I'm looking at this, at your spread here, and you have that 7 of cups. And so just be mindful of any sort of fool's gold, right? When I see pyrite, because that is what pyrite is. It's been called fool's gold. All right, let's get you an angel message. What kind of angel energy do we have working with us this weekend, or who would like to step forward as an angel to be called upon by the Libra Collective? If you enjoy this reading, Libra, please do like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. That's all really helpful. Hype the video, all this stuff, right? And I've posted a lot of videos for you lately, and there are obviously more to come, but you have your February readings out, your Year of the Fire Horse readings out, your 2026 month by month is out. That posted all the way back in December. And of course, just lots and lots of other readings for Libra. You have Orafiel. So this is card 27. Maybe you resonate, connect with that number. This is Leo energy. This is Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer energy. This is the guardian of the wilderness. I did mention nature. This is elemental magic, grounding, connecting to nature, natural cures, and protecting the wilderness. She says, as the patron of nature lovers, I will protect your wilderness adventures and efforts to conserve nature. And so this is connecting to Nephrite, the season of winter. And it says not now on the card. I feel like some of you you do need to have sort of a rest. I'm surprised we didn't see the 4 of Swords, actually. And on the bottom, you have Uriel, keeper of wisdom and inspiration, card 3. And like I said, it's like you feeling something's better. And that's what it says on this card. There's something better. It's as though that change is coming, something, and that's why you haven't given up hope. It's connecting to Ruby and the day of Tuesday. This is the it's archangel actually, of guidance, prophetic vision, decisions, a plan of action, and he sparks inspiration. The message is, I give wisdom to solve complicated problems and help you find solutions for challenging predicaments. So maybe if you're really thinking something over, or you're feeling kind of stuck, or you're like, I have to go in a new direction. This could be a weekend where you may want to do some quiet reflection, with all this full moon energy too, and that before you get ready to move forward and go towards an actual solution. And yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of spiritual insight that could come to you this weekend, and maybe this reading helps in some way. Let's get some divine direction cards, please. Divine direction for Libra. And I am still open for personal readings for the time being. You can find all the information at schoolhouseintuitive.com, and I am running a couple of specials. So let's see, what do we have for Libra? Treasure. Look at that. I love seeing that on top of pyrite. There's all that prosperity, generosity, but yes, use your discernment, right? Something seems too good to be true, it probably is, but this says an unexpected windfall will soon be yours. You'll feel you have it all. A very auspicious time, Libra. What else for Libra? If you're interested in your other signs, Mantic Mystic is my other channel for that. I announce that sometimes because sometimes people go there and they're like, someone's, pretending to be you, and they're not. That is me. Okay, Mantic Mystic is in fact my channel as well. So it's really me. I promise. So thanks for looking out for me though. And you have heart calling here. So this is revealing your heart's calling. You have everything you need, and now's the time to follow your heart's desire. Some of you could be treasuring some time with a loved one this weekend. It could be an animal, it could be an actual person, but it does feel like there's this closeness maybe that you've been wanting for a while. And then you have expansion. I love seeing that because for me, this is like kind of like 3 of Wands in tarot, and you had the 2 of Wands. So it's like you go from planning to expansion, and this is you dissolving any sort of limitations and making really great progress, right? You're reaching new heights of what's possible. And again, good thing you didn't give up on something, right? Let's get you an animal healing message, please, for the lovely Libra collective. Libras. There's heating stuff going on in my studio, so I'm doing it overhead like this today, but I thought maybe you'd like it. Maybe you like these sometimes. Let me know, of course. And also let me know if you'd like me to do more like mediumship type readings where I connect with loved ones over on the other side. I say the other side, but really it's a very thin veil. They're not really on another side. They're still around, I feel. So anyway, we have card 2, Buffalo Fulfillment, Earth Star Chakra. So this is about not needing to sacrifice joy and abundance in one area to experience true fulfillment in another. Believe you can have it all. Believe you can have it all, Libra. This certainly does feel very positive. Good start to the weekend. And we have, oh my gosh, we've been getting Wolf a lot. So there we have Wolf, card 45. Libra, you're a divine being, so much more majestic than you could ever imagine. Embrace your true greatness. Your leadership power serves many. And let's get another one. Ooh, final card for Libra, please. Oh, we have 2 cards. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sign of progression. And you have, so things align for a new spiritual journey. Step at a time, right? And then we have 777, a sign of divine guidance. This is connecting with your spiritual guides. Libra, that's what I have for you. Hope to see you Sunday morning for our weekly reading. Thanks so much for being here. You know how to show support. Take care.